Extremum on the dire side again. And in terms of bans, we have Ban Rider banned again, Chen banned again, and this time actually Extremum follow up with the IO ban that we have not seen banned nor picked the entire series, and they now credit the first base ban to.
Yeah, so basically this allows for Phoenix, Mars, and Nyx to be opened up for first pick potentially. Mars getting banned, so it's now Phoenix or Nyx if they want to go down that route.
Fox incoming.
Navi's turn to pick.
Dumbledore's Phoenix.
Oh,
come on, dude. You're from the UK.
I was here to talk about.
God, that's
Phoenix. A lot of different words.
I like Phoenix a lot here because it's also back in the day, Nyx was considered good against the Phoenix when it was played mostly around the Sunray. If you remember the days of the OG 114. Whereas now, I really like Phoenix. Nyx has no attack speed. As long as you get the egg off, you're pretty good. And it's very nice counter initiation. It also always applies absolute best hero.
Yeah, that's great, but it's on the side of Extreme.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought that one air for a little bit. I really wanted to sit what? Yeah, it's fine.
I can't see the team names from here in my glasses.
You got a big screen right here. We made
hurts
sure.
my neck if I have to look down the whole time.
Oh, then you are also not wired up. You can walk right up to that screen instead.
Right,
You do not have any
closer to you guys.
We do have another coming out from the that do truly believe in the general Enigma here. And yeah, and yet, like Void Spirit picked up a little earlier, but I'm not opposed to that. Are you okay with this opening purge?
Yeah, I like I think it's cool how confident they are with the Enigma. Like the laning goes pretty darn well, and then the map control that they get by they did this last game. They would just pop necros, they'd go toward a general area and just give themselves a vision and therefore map control. I thought that was really cool. With that said, though, it definitely seemed vulnerable at a couple crucial moments, and the the 8 to 12 minute mark of Void Spirit is perfect for that because if Enigma's out of position, you jump on, you do a ton of damage, and you don't really care about idle and damage in response because you got a shield. So I think Void Spirit's a good response there and something they could exploit in that like necro before he gets his next item time period.
One thing to, by the way, keep in mind, is the draft did start a little bit later. Extremum did get a draft penalty. Probably a lot of people already noticed they have 40 seconds left in their bonus time.
That's all right. Worse.
They have no bonus time.
Should have no bonus time.
Doesn't that happen to it's not really funny, I suppose, but VG Thunder, Naquisi crew at that TI?
Oh yeah.
No bonus time.
Yeah, I don't know the exact reason, but they had no bonus time for it. It's very annoying for sure.
Yeah, it's tough to draft. It's like playing bullet chess. The other guy's got 15 minutes. I will say once again, obviously Navi are comfortable with the Enigma, but I hate it in Phoenix. It's another one of the rare heroes that has the ability to interrupt black hole even through BKB. And if an egg is down, that you don't want a black hole in the middle of a Phoenix egg. That just doesn't feel good.
The key thing here is the draft itself. Navi has not kind of moved away from their philosophy of the draft. You know, this strong plus 4 into Enigma 3. That opens up the second phase, most likely with that 5 pick. Maybe it could flex with the Nyx in some capacity, but Navi's clearly coming into the series just with this is how we draft, this is how we play. We can pick different heroes, but we're still going to do our strategy. And they might have fought in game 1, but they kind of fixed it going into game 2, and that's why we are seeing game 3. They aren't, again, changing that kind of strategy. They are keeping it, even though it's a different 4 position, it's the same idea of the draft.
Navi's turn to ban.
I think it's definitely worth them taking this out, though, because Extremum clearly very confident in it, and it still makes black hole in a lot harder. So get it out of there. I think reasonable.
I like the Alchemist ban, too, because I actually think that based on the way these games have been playing out, when you consider the way Extreme won the first game with tempo, it's the same concept, but they had this ability to just go, and Alchemist, that's the gameplay for that. Medusa kind of requires these perfect timings. You need to kind of all in with the baby purchase, whereas in Alchemist, naturally you have this Battle Fury Radiance, BKB AC, 20 minutes you go, and yeah, just again for BF.
Yeah, they just respect, they value more seeing 3 heroes picking strong carry, but with stable lanes, and then giving Iceberg this strong mid that he should have a game on. It didn't really work out, of course, again in game 1, like we said, but you can see how this kind of draft style really pushes forward. And it's so interesting as well for Navi, they have this Nyx, and then they can also pick the Void Spirit into it. So there will be points in the mid game where this will just be able to always find this Void Spirit and get that pick off, carry off damage, and then stunning up and then turning the kill around with drop or Enigma.
And you were on saying that Streamer really likes for an effort to have like one of the big carries like Medusa. Alchemist, you said Bristleback as the third?
Yeah, that is for sure a potential option. The Kotal was actually not even touched within this bans.
Yeah.
So we could maybe see as your Kotal, Navi get pushed into some type of potential soul counter and then just casually go for that. That could be an option for Stream, but for sure, I think having it here, like, play around that aggression, play around the so nature. You go for a grip, you go for a Doom.
Iceberg Doom. So good against Void Spirit. And it's so nice with an Enigma Disruptor. If you remember, in the past, Doom Disruptor was one of the best openings because the heroes naturally fit together so well. Doom, you're walking in, Disruptor doesn't want to be ran at, and getting through Doom is very difficult to mix the Enigma a lot easier to play too.
I think the key thing is just look at what Extreme has in a fight. If you look at the big team fight, it's Black Hole versus Egg. If you remove Egg, suddenly Extreme are kind of a single target running around, playing for that sub-bind. It gives them that entry into the game. They play around the hero. Now you have lost pick as well.
And you have Nyx Disruptor, so you effectively have 2 big cancels. If you get somebody in the field, you get somebody else doomed. Like that's that. The Wraith King makes sense just because obviously you can live through and reincarnate. It's one of the better heroes against as well to advantage of his low armor.
They're going to have Void Spirit to be able to advantage fights, but like other than that, the Enigma like Eidolons plus Necro summons make it so hard for Extreme to like even poke past. Feels like. So that's why Disruptor ends up being so effective, and it just makes it, if Navi area controls the map and stands in good positions, it just becomes so much more difficult for Extreme to go in.
The support duo is effectively just going to generate more kills per minute on average than the Extreme supports. It's a big benefit of Disruptor. You don't push wave necessarily, you're not like good at pushing, but by just existing, you will be able to abuse any enemy's caught out position pretty much better than I would say other two supports in Dota.
I kind of like for EXTREMUM, maybe they go for like a Pioneer last pick. Because they don't have ultimate last pick in the draft, I think they should be scared potentially about these illusion heroes. Being able to play behind the aggression of what a Doom provides in a lineup with two like phase, drum, EKB, and then Jeebas. So I think some more tempo and laning presence could be cool. And I look at what combos EXTREMUM have run with Enix, and the bans are pretty much tailored to Finch, you're not going to have a good laning partner. So I think at least playing Leah covers you on illusions, gives you a potent lane and plays some type of pressure and some pacing in the game that EXTREMUM needs. For sure.
Could you offlane the Void Spirit?
Yeah,
mid?
You can. I think that's where in this position in draft you need to keep. You either go for a hero that can flex with Visprit, or you pick with utter confidence a hero that can just go mid without any counter. And
it's Grim mid an option? I don't know if Melody plays it at all, and I don't know how it does against Doom.
It's probably not bad against Doom, but Doom will probably still I'm guessing. And once he hits like 6 minutes, it just dies, really.
Oh, okay. So they actually opt for the, you have team fight, we have Uber, so you drop a block or a Doom, we will just reset the fight entirely and just play over cooldown. So yeah, I actually like the idea of Unlord as well.
Really beefy lineup now.
It covers you from the illusion as well, like I mentioned.
10 seconds remaining.
Helps them defend towers a lot too. That's something they're missing from this draft compared to last game with Reed. So they can definitely clear out Enigma summons without too much difficulty, and that'll make taking fights a little easier.
And this is where turning up on time allows you to have more reserve time. So you know plenty of time to think about their last pick.
And most likely we're looking for a V-Tune. We have his anti-mage in the Slark band down in the last band phase from Extreme. Anything so
gone,
that, yeah, there's a lot of heroes that are gone.
I don't know if Lifestealer is ever a hero, but it could be in this spot, just because you eat these strength heroes for breakfast.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say eat. Like, you can lifesteal, but you don't do that much damage.
The question is if they respect the Underlord for what it brings to the game, because they still can go for PL type hero. You might have a hard lane, but in the game you're going to have perfectly fine time once you get that kind of 2 or 3 item period. So they could easily, I could see them just still going for the PL.
You may now select your hero.
Their draft just scale so well, and V-Tune's morphling very, very. I like it.
There is a killing potential on morphling going into the later pushing game. Early on, maybe you can find him out of position, but for sure, it's going to be a very hard to kill 30-minute plus morphling game once he gets there.
All right, final thoughts from Purd?
I just feel like Navi feels very in control with the draft. They're very confident with the pain, so I have confidence in morphling games. They have an okay laning stage and hit like a really strong mid game.
All right, thank you very much. We'll come back to you after the game, deciding game, Kyle.
This is their comfort zone. Obviously, General's confident in Enigma. I haven't seen Iceberg do a game. And Morph, I mean, Wraith King is kind of like the Sven of last patch, but in this patch, Morph is just so good if you stay even net worth against it. You don't have too much potential for him, I think.
Yeah, I kind of find it hard for Wraith King to play out like this game, which is he plays lane, he goes jungle, farms, Radiance comes where you have Necrobook hit your tower, it will kill your jungle.
Yep.
Doom phase drum, he'll be running to your map anyway. So I don't know if there's enough room to get this Wraith King online. And when he is online, does he ever do enough damage to kill him more late?
Yep.
They really need to crush lanes and roll it.
Easier for Navi to take tower and then invest that gold into further advantage because they just get these cheaper up items naturally in their.
A lot of question marks on whether Extreme can take this one home, or maybe Navi will take this 2-1. Only one way to find out. We're going to see it out together with Tap and Fog.
Kyle says that he's never seen Iceberg lose on a Doom game, for good reason. That man has a 72% win rate on the Doom. Specialty hero for him. Fox is going to be enough to put Navi over the line.
Looks real strong, and it seems like they're trying to force the issue. This thing was super hard. Like, they could have gone for other options, but they really want General to keep playing this. Maybe they have to. They want to continue working on with their team around the Enigma, or they just feel like it's really that strong. And it does look strong. The lineup scales really hard. I do see some stuff for Extreme as well. They do have a good way of hitting one of the important things. Mellow Jewel kind of has to step game up super time and just pretty much play around those cooldowns, because that is one thing on Navi. They do rely on those a lot. But I think this early game is so Extreme. If they start falling behind, even at 10 minutes or so, I'm going to be really flash farming that Navi has, and their scale potential course is.
So why do you think that they value this Enigma so much for General over, say, like the Beastmaster that they could have gotten last game? Because they do occupy very similar space. What's the difference?
I think it's just, it gives the freedom for Roger to do what he wants, whatever the hell he wants to do in the game, because he can just, like you said, he's most self-sufficient off there in the game, this Enigma. He's just going to build reset lane position. He'll always get some. As long as they're not like tri-lane diving the hell out of him and not doing some like very smart big fight, General is gonna, Roger can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I like that. That was my thought as well, that it was kind of like more about the laning phase than it was about Black Hole versus Roar. It just seems like Enigma really just can't pressure this hero, and I'm seeing D, I'm watching D in my position, and I'm just like, you really, you know, for the first level of Vitalons, maybe you feel like you can kill some stuff, but other than that, you just don't have a whole lot to do when it comes to laning phase against.
No, and once the levels do start to kick off, Eidolon, I say this every single time with Wraith King, but you have low armor. You know, Eidolons, they can start to pack an annoying punch. Wraith King should be able to sustain fine because he's got sustain with his lifesteal, but it could slip him up a little bit.
Invasion here from EXTREMUM. Roger's still going to try and sneak the bounty rune, and he will grab it to flip.
Oh yes.
Wonder what build we get to see. Well, I've seen him doing his Yule's build quite a lot, especially when he's playing versus like annoying silences. Maybe this would be one of those games. Maybe he just goes for more standard items, but that is not. This is a good move here. Just trip up the Enigma right at the start. play behind the lane on those Eidolons.
Oh, hey, Courier. Oh, and look.
Radiant's
hey, thanks, Roger.
Oh, and he doesn't get
been
the... Oh, he got the sentry delivered right as it died. It wasn't in range.
Well, it does mean that Nefrit misses out on one whole CS. Didn't even get the experience for that. And then his range creep just got denied, so he's not going to be super happy. It was a nice idea if they could actually get first blood, but we'll see. So General's already taken a lot of damage for sure. Go again on him.
They at least have a very kill-threatening lane. Grimstroke, an actual 5 position. Last time where they had Nyx induced, no way for them to set up kills or actually punch back in the lane. This one, if a General steps up and misplays at all, he's a kill. Same thing for Roger. Much stronger lane.
A bottom lane matchup, Shotslow and Chu, as the Underlord and Phoenix are up against Always Wanna Fly on the Disruptor and V2. Orflink. V2.
Free lane for V2.
Yeah.
Be able to blast it perfectly under this. Sure, the atrophy is a little annoying, but the Morphling is like the perfect pick to deal with this lane. I think it's just like T-Gup was saying on the panel. They picked this Underlord to cover it because they probably were like, oh god, you know, we banned Slark, EL's still available, it's V-Tune, and they set themselves up, so yeah.
Keep your hands off.
Is there so it sounds like to me you're pro. He's gonna be caught, he's not level 2. This is the time to pressure a Phoenix, and this is the time to get first blood for your carry.
Already has coming out, coming out on his courier at the 2-minute mark. So harassment that comes up from Shotslow is going to be stopped. And Shotslow even very careful how far he steps up.
But yeah, it seems like to me you feel like the pressure is kind of on Extremum, just because it seems like Na'Vi have drafted themselves into a winning position.
They have to set the pace of the game. Like I was mentioning earlier, if it hits 10 minutes, and I feel like Na'Vi's the ones who's just terminating every single one of the fights and just making all the first moves, being able to sit back and farm, Extremum's just gonna fall further and further and further behind very quickly. It's a greedy lineup that Na'Vi does have with this Doom, Enigma, like all these heroes farm so much, and if they're able to sit, it's just...
So in which case, this mid lane matchup is going to be really important because that's going to be one of our primary... Oh, nice snipe there, Chu. He's going to force out the Fairy Fire. Oh, he's going to go for the dive, you madman! Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't get the kill, so cops a lot of damage for nothing. But yeah, as I was saying, this matchup, mid matchup, the Void Spirit versus the Doom, we need Melojoul to really take from this lane everything he can and then just start, as you said, make some things happen around this.
Yeah, he has to be unbelievable to take advantage of the greed that Na'Vi has that's going to start kicking off very quickly. And it's going to be like that also in the mid game. He just has to take advantage of when those cooldowns get used, you know, the black holes. He has to be very purposeful in his movement. And he was doing really well at pressuring the Doom at the start, but Iceberg, he found the creep. You know, either the Ice Armor or the Alpha Wolf pretty much just wouldn't you the lane at all.
Melojoul. Kind of missed it up the remnant there. Oh,
Radiant structures are fortified.
not only just dying, but the firestorm going off as a result is probably going to get all of those creeps denied. Orflink destroying this.
All 3 lanes, really. Look at top even, too. Yeah. They can't actually deal with the Eidolons. It's pressuring Nefrit. He's gone the chainmail, as we've seen a lot first item on these raids. But either way, he just gets stunned in the harassment. It's a lot for him to deal with. Can you help? The area. V-Tune is the pick of the litter, right? He got to pick his carry hero last and to see everything.
Chu barely staying alive there from that last thunderstorm hit. Roger kind of free to do whatever he wants around the map. Top lane, Chu does have a stick. He'll pop it just good. But it means he's not out there in order to get the 5-minute bounty runes. We're pretty sure is what I was really looking for there. Is you kick one of the supports out, you kind of guarantee yourself one of these bounties.
They're gonna get themselves 3. Also, after already winning the lanes in the first 5 minutes, they're probably gonna get the bounties too. And there's no way that they can apply pressure in the middle or the bottom lane at the moment. Top lane, they can still look to maybe get some kills on General if he steps up too far, but bottom and mid, it's it's a wash now. There's no way that EXTREMUM can slow these two down. Way too good of a start here.
Oh, jeez. They tried to get aggressive on General. G coming in. Just going to try and run a little interference, but now he's going to be in some big-time trouble. He's going to go around DP up bottom lane. They do manage to get the kill on Always Want to Fly. Two of them. Still, the lane's still not looking good for him whatsoever. They're going to need...
He's just gonna commit.
Yeah.
He's got 300 HP, but he's got the Morbid Mask, so he can just hit them and heal up with this huge amount of armor. Josh, though, might actually just die in a waveform.
Does he have anything? Does he have a Fairy Fire or something? Okay, he gets out of range. Chew, though, he's pretty slow. He's got a dive coming up. Either way, Mutune's missing out on very little CS. Doom on the mid lane here. Always Want to Fly with the Thunder Strike, but not close enough to get the kinetic field. And he doesn't have Glimpse leveled up, which is pretty common for second level of Thunder Strike at the lot. Now they're going to go on all the line here with the Doom no longer being up. Melojewel feels pretty confident just being able to dive in, and he's right. Didn't have to really worry about any nukes.
Yep. But Vitun pushed 2 heroes out of his lane. Level 6, they can't go down here anymore. Free farm Morphling, free farm Doom, free farm Enigma. Uh-oh. They got to make something happen at least now when the Doom is on cooldown. I want to see them pair up Melojewel and G. Both of these two have to start hunting. This Morphling is just going to get too much space, and it's such a good Morphling game. It's gonna pick up to get involved.
Anytime I see a lineup that looks just a tad bit greedy, it's always, for me anyway, about how well those lanes are. And the greediest lineup in the world can work if you win all 3 lanes. See the net worth, they are way far out ahead with the Morphling and the Duke. Net worth and even the Enigma is ahead of the Void. So,
and it is such greedy heroes. It's really the important thing. All 3 cars are some of the most greedy that you can pick. The Doom he's different because you can actually punish his greed. It's gonna happen.
Dire's bottom tower
Devour.
is under attack.
Enigma sometimes you can shut down, but he's always gonna naturally be able to make money off of this conversion. Morphling too sometimes takes time to ramp up, but when he gets a Morbid Mask at the 3-minute mark, and he's able to command his own lane and changes the.
Your adversaries you see.
E-Gen, that'll certainly help. But what can he do with it? I mean, I kind of feel like... I guess you don't have ultimates on the supports on the side of EXTREMUM, so he can't reliably, like, go and just solo kill a Morphling. That's not going to happen. He's got to wait until his supports get a little bit stronger.
I don't think they're ever going to kill this Morphling in this game. It's going to be really difficult for them to ever set up on him with lead. Especially because now Iceberg, like, he's got his drum, I think, finished up. He's going to start just running down these lanes and just throw Doom on anyone who shows, and just look like immediately Melojewel stacks up and he threatens the Doom.
Yeah. I love, this is one of my favorite combos with Disruptor. Disruptor Night Stalker is a good one when Night Stalker's meta, but Disruptor Doom, just a great way to make sure that, okay, you can force a team fight. The person you Doom can't run away. He's going to get glimpses fight, so he's definitely going to die. And Doom, even without his ultimate, is just a great frontlining hero to kind of run at people and force them to run away from you. Disruptor loves. This takes full advantage.
Yep. Let's see, G, he has a point in the silence and he has Melojewel paired with him. I think a smoke into getting a ward down just to watch. If they can get a wraparound on Vitun, they get the silence from the tree lines. They have potential to maybe get him.
He just barely missed out on that ward being placed due to nighttime. Always Want to Fly snuck one up there, the triangle. He is potentially going to be found and killed here, but they do have the Doom up, so Melojewel's got to be a little bit careful here as, okay, Phoenix, nice body blocking. If he could just body block a little bit more, Vitun might be able to catch him here. They do have the Sun Ray healing him up bit by bit, but it's looking pretty rough out here as nice deny. G. Well timed with the last hits. That's why that man still holds the current record for last hits in a single game. That kind of timing, baby.
As top general easily kills Toshlo by himself with the black hole commit.
I love that damage breakdown. Where just Malphite just stunned.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
for Matt.
Yeah.
4K lead. Ults are down, so this is, again, I have to see Extremum pair up. G and Mellow Jewel, they gotta get together and look to make something. They gotta look together and take advantage of something. It's 5K lead already. It's getting out of control already.
This man's taking your ancient stacks.
And he's already getting toward his... He is gonna go for a natural item build, just gonna go for the Manta to deal with that one silence. And even then, even before that, he's pretty unkillable. They gotta do something. They're just gonna sit back and play a little bit of the farm game for Nefrit, but any of this downtime, Na'Vi they love
Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm gonna assume that you agree with Nefrit's build here, that he doesn't have the time to build up any sort of Midas or Radiant shenanigans.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, yeah, they have to weather this storm very soon, or the game's just over. Honestly, this is getting out of hand way too fast. They have to start looking to fight. They cannot just sit back and let Na'Vi do whatever.
There's a reason he's not TPing away from this because he knows his allies are making the rotation over. The sad part is
Dire's bottom
they're getting a lot of kills on the side of Extremum, and all of them are always want to fly. That's not the hero that you want to kill. Four kills, 4 deaths on always want to fly.
The man knows how to die,
yeah,
especially in a good situation, sacrificing his life for the team.
Has fallen.
They get a good board down here. They're actually watching general. Look to go for this aggressive
Radiant's
dive forward.
Middle tower is under
Jewel
attack.
NG.
Okay. No, he's a little bit too far away. They'll go ahead and use the Stimulate to clear out, get a little bit of gold from those.
He might get glimpsed.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Stimulate, so he is indeed going to get pulled back here. Malphite, before he can make a jump away, the Static Storm is there. Stealing his fate. B-Tune picks up the kill. He gets that much farther ahead of everybody. Now he's 2,500 net worth ahead of the Wraith King at 12 minutes.
And they immediately take out that ward that was just placed, so vision gonna be restricted for Extremum. Shoshlo is standing under a ward, so they're probably gonna just dive him up here. As I don't know if they can actually help him. Chu does not have a TP available. The Phoenix for that egg. Yeah, Navi's just gonna chase him out. Shoshlo.
Dire's top tower.
Is he even gonna try and get off a Firestorm or anything? No, that's how scared he is. So he dies. Man, 6K this early. It's always like a good way to paint a picture is talking about, okay, the network difference, take this hero out of the equation, and that's how far ahead they are. But like, you can't even do that. You can't even 7K up. Nefrit's the most farmed on the side of Extremum, and he's at 4.7K. Like, no one hero even comes close to the lead that Na'Vi has right now.
They gotta slow something down. They're gathered up looking for some type of play here. Underlord is pushing out the hard lane. Let's see if they can actually get Iceberg.
All right, full commitment here to break down the Doom. They need every single hero I think they've got to be able to take down that tanky boy. Make sure there's no rebuttal. Top lane though, they are gonna run it Shoshlo. Shoshlo seeing those heroes thought, okay, my team made a move. Maybe I can run up this high ground. He'd be wrong about that, but they can still make a team fight out of this. This is looking pretty hot right now. The Wraith King underneath this Static Storm. He doesn't give a damn. He's down to just sit there and whack on people. And all the better if he loses his first life. Slowing people down, making sure they catch even more heroes. We're going to watch Always Want to Fly before back. Good fight for Extremum. Not bad.
Very nice. Have to take advantage of whenever they do show in the lanes, and they do that immediately as Iceberg does show. They have a little bit of more of information on top. They make the quick jump with everybody and then just swing to fight, and that's the way it has to be for their lineup right now. Have to constantly look for fights. Egg is going to be on cooldown for some time, but still I think you have to just keep that pace going. Safe well at its maximum with Mellow Jewel. He has a haste rune too, is enabled nicely.
Fox, how do you itemize this game to deal with a Morphling?
Middle tower is under attack.
Ags on the Void Spirit. I have no idea what on the Wraith King. He has to just.
Okay.
I don't know. There's not really an item that one-to-one has a Wraith King versus Morphling will solve your
Dire's
problem.
middle tower has fallen.
We've got a Spirit Vessel being built up by the Phoenix, of course, but that's ways away. As talked about how
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire
he has a Manta as well, right? Manta treads with the mask, almost level 12, like prepared to counter. Nefrit's he's got the blink queued up, so that can be nice. They can have that clear initiation, so commit himself every time.
Hey,
and then
Chu!
He can do
Sneaking in some bounty runes, you sneaky boy! Get 2 of them, gets away with the TP, okay. Yeah, every little bit helps.
Roger stalking Mellow Jewel, so whenever they see Mellow Jewel,
all right, Mellow Jewel
being stalked.
He definitely knows now. Silence goes out before the spike carapace could get there, so Roger can't dive like that.
These kills all matter. Now they can set up also for the push, and they are shrinking that lead slightly.
Man, if only somebody was around this Roshan pit, just to throw a little bit of damage in there and make Na'Vi go like, oh crap, they know. So we have to back up. Sadly, there's nothing there, so Na'Vi are kind of free to take this Roshan in exchange for the tier 1 tower.
Dire's top
Maybe that was Roger's plan after all, you know, make them go on him, make them commit for the tower, and there's no way they can make it. Yeah, look at his life for the cause.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, Blink Dagger on the Wraith King. I mean, it doesn't really get much more fast-paced than that.
He can jump into the back line, he can mess with this disruptor on the Nyx. He can be the ones to start the fights and be that ink swell target so that Mellow Jewel can be more careful on playing around.
Dire's top tower
Iceberg has a BKB too. The two are just so far.
Radiant structures are
They
fortified.
glyph the range creep also to finish up the tier 2.
Are fortified.
Dire glyphs as well. They're setting up TPs to the tier 3. You're looking for this spike here on it.
Well,
He's going to take some time to get there though. G is very important for their fight.
Oh yeah.
Roger is right on top of him.
And Roger is going to reveal his presence.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
With a couple of presents for G. Spells, he goes down. B2 with Aegis, feeling like he can just push wherever he wants to. They're going to try and punish him here, see if they can somehow take away that Aegis without overcommitting. But they can't.
No chance to kill him until they have Ags on Voice. Once they have the Ags on Voice Spirit, they can trip him up. If they catch him with the silence, they had a good opportunity to post Manta. He will have the double charge if he gets it.
It's a nice combo there from Mellow Jewel, using the Dissimulate to dodge the spike airbase. So the egg's gonna go off and B2's not that close. This looked like a successful egg until last second. Oh, they barely bring it down. And then they demolish the rest of Extremum. As soon as that's gone, they're gonna chase down Shashlo here, who's duped up, so he's not getting out. 4 dead, G's the only survivor. And, well, he just came back up, so.
Really nice fight from Na'Vi. Looked a little scary for a second, but yeah, two farms. They have a BKB on the Doom. The Morphling, as soon as he gets a second on the egg, they kill it. Them. The game just continued to be extremely hard for not a whole lot that they can really.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I feel like it just broke everything that they wanted to do. There's just no way to threaten him. It's this Bloom that's always in your head, and then you also have Iceberg on his most comfortable hero, his Doom, that he's 70% win rate, 72.
Yeah,
and the Enigma, which they're now adding to their super comfort 3 times in a row.
Seriously. That's gonna be hard to draft against General with only 2 bans at the start. If they have elevated this Enigma to that far up, as General is gonna be gone on here, does have the black hole. Is he gonna tick out? He's not. So he's gonna get the full black hole off. No damage behind it. But it does give time for V2 to be able to get here. They're gonna be able to get the glimpse back on a Mellow Jewel. Mellow Jewel inside the Static Storm. Not gonna be able to get away. They're gonna go for the Dark Grid, the fast explosion, maybe blow up the Morphling, but no.
Luckily to survive there. Important effort in these fights. He's just getting mad over it. That's what happened to the last one too. The book is kind of just killing him by itself. It's Maleficent. It can't do anything about it. Do get themselves at least one nice kill, and Mellow Jewel was the one who picked it up. So getting closer to Aghanims, which really needs this game. They're so far behind. When it comes out, the solution from Navi's already gonna be it's a big item for beat. Very likely. Eagle swung. He almost has the E-blade. Smoked up, looking to take advantage here. Still in Aegis for about a minute, and Roger in a very cute spot to break the smoke.
Did he blink? Did he blink? Oh no, he blinked right next to the Grimstroke. Well, either way, he broke the smoke, preventing V2 from getting caught potentially, though he still had another minute with his Aegis. I thought maybe Extremum went for that smoke with the Aegis timing out, but
Roger and always want to fly all about, you know, the team. Dies for the team.
Yeah.
7 deaths on the 2. 10. Trying to just protect these big greedy cores who are very rich and would give a lot of gold if they were able to stuff them. And there's the E-Blade. So these supports, Grimstroke, Phoenix, in one-shot range. Many of these heroes in the game. No casual cloak on them either. Iceberg leads the charge. He has Doom and an Arcane Road.
Again, there's the Doom, there's the Glen's back, and we're trying the E-Blade combo, but he does manage Icarus dive backwards, and V-Tune gonna take a lot. His Aegis is about to expire. 3 seconds. If they can wait. Oh no! To be fair, he was morphing agility. I think he intentionally killed himself. So V-Tune making sure that there was no chance of a Gimp death there. V-Tune
On the absolute last second of it, though.
Yeah.
Really pushing your limits.
That was a little scary, but V-Tune. At least he had it down to the absolute second. That's how you know a team takes good roach timings.
Is under attack.
Not me, Fogged. I always forget.
My waters rise.
No, it takes a second for it to get reclaimed. That little extra second too.
Yeah.
That was very close. That was very risky. There's still, even if he dies there, they're probably in a very comfortable spot anyway. But taking an unnecessary risk for commanding the this game separate.
Nice initiation.
In a pretty good spot.
Always want to fly. He's definitely going to die. But the sad part for Extremum is Navi was able to make a clean escape, and they're going to go back in. They're going to deal with the Necronomicon units. V-Tune sees his opening. He's going to go for the back line. G does manage to survive. They're going to go ahead and Dark Rift out on the other side of things. G is going to fall. Everybody in? Not everybody. Chu's still out there, and they're going to try and catch him. He doesn't have dive. I'm not sure why he didn't want to go back, but they caught him barely with the impale.
Continuing to be extremely difficult and always want to fly, continuing to eat the game.
Yeah, seriously, this man is
are fortified.
doing a great job of that.
He is. He just ate a Phoenix egg.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, V-Tune chops down the last remaining outer tower. Now there's just tier 3s left in their way with Roshan coming up. Potential spawn time here in a minute. So, got to chill out if they want to.
Yeah. I can't believe that Iceberg is actually...
Oh, caught him! He caught him! Oh, General!
Patience.
That was some serious patience. Well played.
Shot slow.
Oh, shot.
Roger's there, man. Yeah, this game is well and truly impossible. It does feel for Extremum as they're just getting hunted anytime they go try to do anything outside the map. All 3 lanes pushing in. Navi showing no mercy.
Fox, would it be fair to say that draft-wise, it got consistently better for Navi?
Yeah, absolutely. The way that they set up V-Tune in these last 2 games it was so perfect. They got his hero in the absolute best state, and he's looking forward.
I mean, V-Tune's just being a boss right now, running in and then booking it back out. No hesitation whatsoever. He knows he can push this hero to its limit.
Yeah, I'm glad they went more toward this style. Anti-mage overall anyway, the hero is still, it's an anti-mage. Not crazy about it in most. They could have probably made it work that game, but this just looks so much more comfortable for V-Tune. You look to get involved early on, just have a pretty decent hero that actually does stuff. I am just... Mellow. Got another Astral Step, Roger, already on the hunt. Blink to chip 2.
He tries to kill this creep wave. Roger might be able to get a spike carapace off on him. Uh-oh. Shivas. Okay. Knock down the trees. They know where he is, though. They see him now. Oh, dear. Dissimulate not up for another second. He's got an Astral Step. He'll jump away. Oh, nice impale. Good guess. They spot him for a moment. That's all they need, I think. He went back up. Is he going to tick out? Not quite. Oh god.
Just,
Radiant
oh,
are
poor
scanning.
Mello. All right, does he dissimulate? Okay, Enigma jumps into it, but now he pops over to where General is. General spots him. Mana burn to finish him off. It took a while, but in the end, they corral and kill Melody.
bought some time for his team to get a little bit of farm, which they really, really need. Yeah. And now he does have Ags at least finished, so I mean, some type of threats. However, Morphling has BKB, Doom has BKB, and Shiva's now too, and they've got everything they need to how the pace of the game is going. They're just a step ahead and a full pretty much all of them. It's not 2 items ahead.
Yeah, when you're losing like this,
is under attack.
I think one of the worst things to see is like when your carry is like, all right, I've got my new item. It's an S and Y. You know, that is just not the big splash item that you're hoping to turn the game around. And I don't blame him for his build. It's just they kind of needed to be able to fight early, but sadly they haven't been able to make many fights work to their favor.
No, and it's like Void Spirit gets Ags, but they have BKBs and Manta play around. So Melojoul, see if he can even find any type of kill setups with this double silent. Iceberg, tanky boy in the front.
Breaks forwards, they miss. And goes that.
And they can't kill him anyway. He just gets, if he gets the BKB off, he's walking away. He's a very tanky person. Shiva's into Roche, here's the cheese. Navi again, no mercy.
Hey guys.
Skeleton.
Look at him. I love watching where Roger is. Look, he's just waiting. Yeah. He's like, someone is gonna board him. Someone is gonna make their way to split push.
Yeah, always want to fly was ready to break any smoke ganks to the right, down the river. Oh, Nefrit! He was given the Ink Swell, but he couldn't get the blink off because of the Eidolon. That is going to be an egg that is right in front of V-Tune's face. So it just takes a second for him to be able to crack that egg on and open. And they're going to be making some omelets with the rest of the extreme room being the ingredients. Nefrit, he's probably going to lose his reincarnation here, and sadly that second life is going to be a repeat of the first. They're going to try and mass fly back here to come back in, but it's all a setup for a beautiful black hole. General, great setup to force the GG, and they give V-Tune the rampage. Navi, he started off just slightly rocky there, but ultimately, this is a team that just got better and better with time.
Yeah, it tells it in every aspect, right? Not just with the draft or the play, it's everything. They all look to just get much more comfortable after that first game. Even always want to fly. Like, he dies a lot, but it's deaths that are very valuable, and he also got some great vision down for his team throughout all of these aggressive moves that they were able to do. And I love when they can set up V-Tune. Get him as not his hero, the last pick. They saw absolutely everything. He has the pick of the litter, and he gets that, and Ice also plays.
All right, we've seen Na'Vi manage to close out this series really quickly, Fog. Is it Na'Vi or VP? Who's looking better?
Oh, man. Na'Vi, when they get their heroes, look real good. I think VP overall probably is better, but Na'Vi, if they get their certain heroes, like these, you know, the Morphling, the PL, the Dooms, even Beastmaster, the Enigmas, I think they look a little bit.
All right, well, the draft might be the name of the game when it comes to Na'Vi, and they certainly won it for this game 3.
They definitely did. Thank you, Cap and Fog. And yeah, this third game was a little bit of a run over, as they call it.